everybody, Michelle Hollingbrooks here with Unbridled Change, and I am here, and in this vlog I am following up on guidance. And in the last vlog that I did, I talked a little about the guidance is all around us. It comes in little forms from a little still small voice kind of in our heart. Maybe a thought that pops into our head that's not really ours. It has a little distance to it and something maybe you hadn't thought of before. It could come in a book that you read. You just happen to open up a book and your eye goes directly to a passage, and it just happens to be in alignment and synchronistic with what you have been kind of putting out into the universe in prayer and meditation to asking for support and help on. Well, in this part, we're going to talk about, and I gave you the formula of believe, ask, act. And in that formula, you have to ask, right? So you got to type it into the universal Google, right? Google just doesn't spit out information to you. You have to ask first, and then it gives you information. And that's how guidance works. Guidance is designed to be available to us all the time, but it's an action oriented. It helps us to know what actions to put into play, either internally within our own body beingness or outside of how we interact with the world around us, to help bring us into balance of what's going to bring us into harmony and more in alignment with our true frequency. So in this part, I want to go ahead and start to work on our ability to cultivate guidance a little bit broader. And this is a coaching exercise that I give to my spiritual and transformational coaching clients. And it is about taking it from asking guidance for personal self to changing it to asking for guidance to help support others, and allowing that kind of figure eight pattern to start to come forward. Now, it might have already done that, and if you've been practicing this, where you notice that you ask for something and that you're also becoming a channel, a conduit, a guide for embodying how the universe kind of helps supports others through the law of attraction and answers those prayers for others. And so it's this beautiful, I see it as a figure eight pattern that helps us to be able to give and also to receive. And the more that we give, the more that we receive. And it's this beautiful synchronicity of receiving guidance for self, maybe through others, and then through personal kind of connection and channeling, to then also receiving guidance for others and helping support them, and how that fills up your cup. Because I really do believe that we are here to be not only of service to ourselves, but service to others. You know, that's what the greatest good and highest good and benefit for all is. All includes us. We are part of that divine circle. And so it's both for self and for others, and it's that figure eight pattern that gets it. All right. So the exercise is pretty simple. It is at the beginning of the day, ask in your prayer or meditation cycle, whatever practice it is that you have, setting intentions for the day, journaling, ask for the universe, for the divine, to help utilize and work through you. Say, I would like to be a divine vessel, to help answer the prayers of others and to be of service to others. And I am willing to follow the promptings and the nudges that I get from the universe in order to do that. So this might look like, if you have a bunch of errands to run for the day. So when I first did this and kind of played with this, I did it for a solid week. I was like, okay, if I go here, go here, go there, I'm going to follow up with that. And so for me personally, I had, to go to the post office, I had to go to the grocery store. I had a bunch of different things that I had to do and get done. And so I was willing, though, to go out of order, which is kind of, that might not sound like a big deal, but I'm a very habit-oriented person. So if I was willing to do that. And so what I heard was, hey, Michelle, go to the post office now. And I was on my way to the gas station, and I had to turn this way and then come back up the road to the gas station and go across traffic. And I was like, but I was like, nope, this is what I agreed to do. So I turned and I went into the post office, and there was this gentleman, this older gentleman who had all of these packages, and he was kind of bumbling with them. He couldn't figure out how to get the door open. So I was able to quickly hop out of my car, help him with some of the packages, open the doors for him, help him get them in, and just kind of smile and have a real human connection moment with him. Got to hear about, like his family members that he was sending these packages to. And it was just a moment where I realized that if I had debated that even for like 30 seconds in my head of, do I really want to do this? I would have completely missed him. And maybe somebody else would have been there to help him or not, but the universe kind of put it in and asked me to be the one to help him right there. So then going to the gas station, again, the same thing. A lady had dropped something out of her car. I was able to get it and like say, oh ma'am, I'm sorry you forgot this. And she was like, oh my goodness, if I had forgotten that, that belongs to my grandchild. And the day just kept going like that. As I was going through the grocery store, I happened to be 6'1". Every aisle that I went down, there was like somebody who needed something off of the top shelf or something like that. So I was able to help people get things off the top shelf, and with each kind of prompting and having instantaneous, and that's the thing about guidance, it is in the moment. We talked about this in the last vlog. It's not something that gives you out 3 months in advance and says, hey, hold on to this. When you see the lady in the purple shirt, this is when you're supposed to do something with it. It doesn't work that way because there's so many moving parts and timelines. It's pretty instantaneous. It's given to you so that you can help support and bring your vibe into balance, or help somebody else be the answer that they've been asking for to help them. And so by delaying it or slowing it down, we really are not allowing that flow to come in. We're dragging the whole synchronistic flow down. And so learning how to wax on, wax off with spirit, of really getting in that flow of asking both for self and then being willing to help support and be the answer for another too, is a huge thing. By the end of the day, I kind of like sat down and I was at my journaling session and I was like, wow, so many moments of connection, of smiles, of having somebody like kind of put their faith back in humanity, maybe for me to put my faith back in humanity, that wow, people do appreciate when you take a moment, just a quick moment. These aren't very long. And so as I kept going throughout the week and kind of witnessing this, I realized that then also what was happening is my life was getting more synchronistic, even more than it was when I was doing my ask and then listening to the universe for the response. That when I had this give and receive flow to it, like then it really started to come in. I happened to run into a person who was looking for a speaker for a conference, so I booked a speaking gig, that I would not have, and that was on a way in and out. Just other things like that started to come into play to where I was at the right place at the right time, either for myself or for somebody else, but it all was like that beautiful win-win and flow. So my challenge for you to keep building that muscle of wax on, wax off with spirit, so that you eventually get to that point where you are in this flow, in this dance with your guides and your team and your wise one self from within, is to make that intention. Say it out loud, write it down, however you create your ask. I like to verbally say mine out loud because I feel like that really speaks it into, and the frequency and the power of my voice helps it come more into alignment, of being willing to be a divine channel to help others, to support others, and to answer their prayers and their meditation and their ask. So try it out. Let me know how it goes. You can shoot us a little email or something back and let us know how this experiment of learning to interact with the guidance that is all around us, both for ourselves and now for others, and see how it goes. Have fun with it. This is Michelle Holling Brooks with Unbridled Change. See you next time.